is Sunday, the first day of the Cramathon, and it's currently like almost 2:30 in the afternoon, I think. I have spent a good chunk of my day reading so far today. I'm pretty proud of myself. So far, I am just over 100 pages, I think 103 pages into The Fifth Wave by Yancey, and I'm actually really enjoying it. I am liking it way more than I had anticipated, and if you can't tell by all of the different tabs I have right now, I've done a lot of loving and a lot of sad. I've gone through a lot of sad parts. This book has been making me laugh and making me cry at the same time, and I've only just gotten through the first part of the story, like the first, like I said, 100 pages of it. So I'm really excited. I hope that it kind of starts to pick up a little more as the story goes on, because the first part was a lot of kind of background and establishing kind of why the main character Cassie is where she is now, and kind of how she got there, and kind of like also having small snippets of like her in reality, like where she is currently, but a lot of it was just building the background as to where she got and how she got there. So I'm thinking the rest of the book is going to be dedicated more plot-wise as opposed to character, but this seems to be a very character-based story more than plot, which makes sense because this is very much a story where a character is thrust into this situation and, you know, she doesn't know really what she's doing, and so she's kind of just coming up with things as she goes, which I don't usually mind. I actually do like a lot of times character-driven stories as opposed to plot-driven, but it has to be done in a way that's effective, and I think that this is definitely one way that it is effective because, especially this first 100 pages, you've gotten through a lot of kind of the building as to what all the waves are leading up to where she is now, kind of how she's dealt with losing people she cares about and having to kind of be on her own for a long time. So I'm really enjoying it so far, and I think I'm going to continue to enjoy it. I'm very excited to be able to read more of it, but I just don't know what to expect at this point. I mean, I, for some reason, kept thinking it was a zombie apocalypse book, and it's not. It's all about aliens, and I knew that in the back of my head, but for some reason, zombies just kept coming up in my head, and I think that's because I haven't ever read a zombie invasion book, and I'm just, like, kind of wanting to. I don't know. Zombies, for some reason, just kept coming to my head when it comes to the fifth wave, but it's not. It's aliens, so yeah, so I've taken a bit of a break because I've just been sitting here reading the book for a good long while. I'm about a fifth of the way done with it now, according to Goodreads, and I am hoping to get to the 300-page mark today, because I basically try to schedule out my reading for this week. I need to get through 300 pages of this today because I've been pushing this one off for a while, and because I'm doing the Cramathon, I meant to read this like a while ago, and so I've just been wanting to try to get through it as soon as I can now. According to my whiteboard, or basically my schedule that I have, I'm going to be reading about 300 pages of The Fifth Wave. I'm going to listen to about 11 chapters of Gone Girl, which if you guys watched my last week's vlog, you'll kind of get the TBR for the Cramathon at the very end of it, because it was very last second I decided to do this. And then I also am going to be getting through 100 pages of Flame in the Mist today at some point. So it's kind of dependent on how the day goes, when I get to continue reading. But mostly what I'm waiting for is my parents are going to an open house for a friend of my sister's later on today that I don't really know very well, so I feel really uncomfortable going because I don't really know her super well. It's just I don't really communicate a lot with her friends. So while they are gone, I'm going to continue reading The Fifth Wave, and then Mom and I were going to go to the gym once they got back, so I would be able to finish the Diviners at the gym and maybe listen to a little bit more of Gone Girl while I was at the gym, you know, doing my workout and stuff like that. And then come home, shower, do the stuff I need to do, and I have to do an online today still, and I have to do some chores stuff, then take a shower and do my makeup and stuff like that, and then I gotta film 2 videos today. I have to film my tag video for Tuesday and my top 5 Wednesday video for this week, and then pretty much if I've already finished all the reading I need to get done today, for the most part, I am going to write again. I'm going to write chapters 9 and 10 of my book, and, you know, other than that, you know, it's just going to be me kind of hanging out. I think I'm going to go to Robert's at some point today, though, because he asked me to come over for something, so it's just probably going to be a really busy day, but I'm going to really try my best to get through at least all the stuff that I can today, and just do my best. So yeah, I'm gonna go back and sit back down and read some more of the Fifth Wave, because although I'm getting through like 300 pages of this, I've just got through like 100 pages within like a couple of hours. So, and that was kind of just stopping here and there to like check messages and get something to eat and stuff like that. So I think if I just sit here and continue to read and just do it with no distractions, I should be able to get through at least almost close to 300 pages before I have to go to the gym. So we'll see. We'll see how it kind of goes. Oh, also, I almost completely forgot, and I almost just dropped my phone, but I almost forgot that last night, on Saturday night, I ended up getting over finally 200 subscribers on this channel. So thank you to all of you who have been coming and watching my videos. I know a lot of you came from me being retweeted by Trina over at Between Chapters, because she was doing kind of a you know, YouTuber shout out kind of thing, and she just was retweeting everyone's posts about, you know, their milestones and stuff like that. So I really appreciate all of you that have come from there to watch my stuff on my channel and subscribe. I really do appreciate it. I hope you like the content that I will be putting out. There's gonna be a lot of stuff coming out, especially after the Cramathon. I just was looking through and planning out videos and stuff. By the time by like next week, when the Cramathon's over, I'm gonna be uploading like 5 videos in like one day, and they're all gonna be reviews more than likely. So that's going to be interesting. But I do have a lot of content that's going to be coming out this week, even though I start babysitting tomorrow full time, and it's gonna be fun. I'm excited. I'm gonna try my best though to not like take up the whole day with just working on stuff, and make sure that I'm, you know, spending time with this kid that I babysit. But at least for the good part of the morning, that's what I'll be doing, is like, you know, doing my work and stuff, so that I can spend the rest of the day, you know, taking care of her and doing what she wants to do and stuff like that. So that's kind of the plan that I have for during the time that I'm babysitting and stuff like that, because I don't know, I'm supposed to be there at like 7:30 every morning, but I don't know if she's gonna be up that early or if she's gonna sleep in or what. And it's been kind of gloomy the last couple of days, and I think tomorrow for sure, pretty sure tomorrow is not going to be much different, so I might not be able to take her out to do anything, but we'll see. But anyway, like, yeah, I need to go back and read this, so I'll talk to all of you guys later. Okay everyone, it is about 4:30 now, and I have decided to move out to the couch to do some more reading, because my back is starting to hurt with kind of being slouched in my bed. I probably could have used just like my my actual like armrest like pillow I have, where it basically looks like the back of a couch almost, and you can sit up in bed with it. But I just decided I needed a new space to read anyway. Kind of wanted to just lay in the recliner, which is so comfy. I love this couch so much. And I'm basically at page 204 right now of the Fifth Wave, and I like it, but the last 100 pages have made me kind of not happy in some ways, because I found some very weird things happening, especially with Cassie in like some of her stuff, because I realized that there are several parts to this book, and each part is dedicated to a different narrator and a different character's perspective, which is cool and all. I really, really like that. I like a lot of the perspectives we have in this story. I just wish there was a little bit of a clearer transition again between like knowing like who it is that we're talking about right away, as opposed to finding out like right at the very end who it is or something like that. Like that has been done for a couple of these transitions. But no, one particular thing that in Cassie's perspective came up within the last 100 pages, and I was not very keen on it. I was not very keen on a couple of things regarding it, and I will make sure to mention it in my review, because it's something that I think has made it my enjoyment of this a little less, but I still overall am really, really enjoying it. At this point, I am with a completely different character in this part that I'm at, and it's Cassie's little brother, and it's really interesting because all you basically know about him before this part in the book is that he was taken away and Cassie's trying to like find him. He was taken away by people that, you know, are supposed to take care of him, but Cassie's trying to basically make her way to him, and now you're seeing kind of everything that he's gone through since he was separated from his sister. So that's really interesting. I'm really excited to see what kind of happens from here, because there's a lot of stuff that's kind of not exactly confusing, but you just don't know what exactly is going on, and you're starting to like learn bits and pieces of it as you go, and I really like that. So I'm going to read 100 more pages of this, just about under 100 more pages of this, And that'll be it for today for the fifth wave. And then I think I will move on to, depending on how the rest of the day goes, because my parents are now gone to the open house they were going to with my sister, and so depending on how far I get before they get back, I will either be starting reading or listening to Gone Girl, or I will be finishing up the Diviners at the gym, because after my mom gets back with the rest of the family, I am going to the gym with her, so I will be finishing the Diviners there, and then maybe starting Gone Girl depending on how quickly I can get through the last bit of the Diviners, and then basically the rest of the day will be dedicated to doing other things kind of intermittently with reading. And I am going to go see Robert later tonight at about 8 or 9, or basically just depending on when he gets done with whatever he's doing with his dad, and I'm going to go see him for a couple hours, and then I will end the night with reading basically, or whatever it is I have left to do. Hello everyone, it is about 10 to 9 in the evening now, and there's been a lot that's gone on. So I did go to the gym a little while ago. I basically got through another 158 pages though of the fifth wave before I left, and then I listened to the very end of the Diviners, which was 59 minutes left of the audiobook, and I ended up giving it a 4.75 out of 5 stars. I couldn't give it the full 5 stars because there was one thing that I really was not okay with. Mostly it was just the changing in perspectives wasn't very clear at first, and that was really the only thing I had a problem with it. But I really loved it otherwise, and I wrote the notes for it, and then I listened to the first 22 minutes of Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn, and nothing's really happened at the moment. I just got through the first chapter basically, so nothing's really happened at the moment. But I will be listening to more of it as at about 9:30 I'm going to go over to Robert, so I'll listen to it in the car on the way there and back. And then I still have to read another 50-some pages of the fifth wave to meet my 300-page mark for the day, and then still read 100 pages of Flame in the Mist, and I still have to record 2 videos. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to record the 2 videos now so I don't forget, and then if I have time I'll read more of the fifth wave, and then go to Robert's, and then finish it up when I get back, and then read Flame in the Mist, and then listen to more of Gone Girl, like while I'm in the car and stuff like that, and then listen to more of it when I get back. And basically I'm getting ready for bed and getting ready all my stuff together for tomorrow since I start full-time babysitting. So far it's been a pretty productive day. I also got my online done I needed to do, so I'm not going to be able to write though today, which I'm okay with just because there's a lot that was going on today, but I should be able to get something done tomorrow. Like I think I'm going to work on 3 chapters tomorrow if I can, when I get back from babysitting. So that'll be kind of my night. We'll see how it goes. Hello everyone, it is Tuesday, currently just after 5:30 in the afternoon, and I've been home from work for a little while. I just basically got back from babysitting and wanted to update you guys with how yesterday and today has gone. Because yesterday I didn't end up filming anything. I was actually going to once I got back from babysitting, but then I realized that, well, I didn't realize it, but I had planned that actually I was going to have dinner with Erica because she came into town the other day, and so we went out to dinner, and kind of from there things just got really crazy, so I didn't have much time to film anything. I will say that I did get through a lot more of the fifth wave, which I'm still working on. I'm actually near the end of it. I'm in the last like 100 pages or so of it, so I should be able to finish it tonight. And I also started the Flame in the Mist by Renee Ahdieh yesterday, and I got through 108 pages of that. And it was really good. Like, it's okay so far. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of up in the air with it. I don't quite know how I feel. It's kind of just okay, not really anything much. And yesterday I ended up listening to 3 hours and 31 minutes of Gone Girl, which is the other audiobook I have because I finished the Diviners. And also on Sunday I ended up listening to like 56 minutes of it. Like there's basically a lot. I'm gonna have like the full total here obviously for the last like 2 days because everything was really crazy yesterday especially. So the plan for today is I am gonna first off finish the 5th wave. I'm going to get that done because that is my goal, one of my goals for the day. Then I have 2 videos to record, which are the Diviner's review and also my used book haul, which I will be doing, then getting those videos transferred. Probably while that is going, I'm going to read Flame in the Mist because I was going to go to the gym, but I do not feel good. It's muggy outside, so I feel really groggy, and I don't feel like I want to go to the gym today. So I think the rest of the day is going to be a reading day for the most part. Then after that, basically, once those videos are done being transferred, I'm going to edit them both to put them up tomorrow with my Top 5 Wednesday video as well, and basically finish off the night with kind of just, you know, doing a bunch of stuff. I haven't had much time to write, so I hope I can get some writing in today, but I highly doubt I'm going to. I may do that instead. I don't know. I have no clue what I'm going to end up doing with my writing. I feel like I'm just getting further and further behind with what I want to do with it, and maybe this Saturday, I'm going to have Saturday or Sunday, I'm going to spend some time and just write. I don't know. I'm kind of just like, I have no idea what I want to do, so I'm just going to have to kind of figure it out. But I've got a lot of stuff to do today, reading-wise, so I'm going to get started with it. Hi guys, so it is now just after 6, I think, in the evening, and I actually just finished The 5th Wave by Yancey. I didn't realize how much little I had of the book left. I thought I had at least another 100 pages, but it turns out I only had like 50 pages left, which I was really impressed with. And so my overall rating for this is going to be a 3 out of 5 stars because I think the first half, basically, and I'll go more into this in my review, I feel like the first half was really, really good, or at least the first part of the story, but then it kind of just got strange afterward. Not exactly strange. I feel like a lot of the story would have been fine if we had just seen Cassie's point of view as opposed to everyone else's, or at least would have kept it with Cassie and Ben as opposed to incorporating other viewpoints throughout the book. I also think that there was some insta-love, and there was a huge insta-love relationship in the story, and I really, really despised it. And even though there were some very cute moments with this couple, I could not believe that it was a possible thing because it was such an insta-love story. There were some really great parts. You guys can probably tell there's a lot of pinks and a lot of blues. There were a lot of sad parts, a lot of lines that I really liked or moments that I really liked in the story. A couple questions I had, mostly, that were just like, what just happened here? Like, this was really stupid. This was really weird. I don't know how I think about this. So overall, it was okay. Definitely not as impressive as I thought it was going to be. I thought that it was kind of just lackluster for what I wanted, but it was interesting, and I am curious to know kind of how things go on from how this book has ended in the Infinite Sea, I think, is the second book, so I will pick up the second book eventually and try to see if it gets any better, because I am interested in seeing at least how things kind of continue based on the way that this story ended, because it doesn't end on a cliffhanger of sorts. It kind of ends in like a fading off into the sunset or sunrise kind of moment after a huge thing happens at the very end of it. And from there, it's kind of like the next book's going to start off with, all right, so now what's next? You know, what's the next point that we have to get to? So I'm interested to see how kind of it plays out, and so I probably will read the Infinite Sea at some point to figure that out. And if I like it enough, maybe I'll read The Last Star, I think is the last book, and I don't know, we'll see kind of how it goes. But, so otherwise, the update for now is that I'm going to record 2 videos. I'm going to record those 2 videos I talked about earlier after I write my notes for the 5th wave so I don't forget anything that I want to mention, and then I'm going to get those transferred, and then I think I'm going to just start working through more of Flame in the Mist. Sorry of the awful glare there, because I am like 100 pages behind of where I want to be today. I want to try to get to the 300 page mark so that tomorrow I can finish this book. So I think I'm going to spend time while those videos are transferring to read that one and get to where I want to be with it, and maybe if I still have time, getting involved with Gone Girl. Otherwise, I may wait to listen to that until the end of the night and just spend 3 or 4 hours listening to that, because that's what I've been doing the last several nights, is listening to like 3 or 4 hours of that audiobook and staying up until like really, really late. Hi guys, so it is currently, I think, probably almost 6:30 in the evening on Wednesday, and I just finished Flame in the Mist by Renee Ahdieh, and I'm a little disappointed with it. I ended up giving it a 3 out of 5 stars, and it did not live up to what I had originally expected it to basically live up to. I think that it was very bland. A lot of it was very, very bland. The writing was not as crisp as I wanted it to be. I don't know, I still was able to get through the whole book, and I really enjoyed a lot of the Japanese aspects that were incorporated in this book, and I liked a lot of the knowledge that I kind of gained from it about ancient, not exactly ancient Japanese culture, but kind of like the older kind of Japanese ideas and things of that nature. But I thought that this was supposed to be a fantasy novel, and I think it's been portrayed as a high fantasy novel. And I think it is far from that. If anything, the only magic that is involved is one specific character kind of has this ability to, a couple characters have the ability to shapeshift, and there is a sorceress of sorts that is a really minor character, but is going to play, I think, a bigger role in the next book. But those are, like, there's only 2 things that are really incorporated in that have some kind of magic and fantastical elements. And there is this forest that is also really, really important and has some kinds of magic abilities and is believed to be infested with yokai, or what are basically like Japanese demons and or spirits of any kind. But the rest of the novel was so absolutely bland. It felt more like it was kind of a historical fiction novel about a girl who kind of goes on her own Mulan / Robin Hood kind of story. It was really strange, and it just did not live up to the expectations that I had expected for it. And so it was still enjoyable. I did read the whole thing. I think that there were definitely, it was good enough to where I am interested in looking into the sequel that was just released, Smoke in the Sun. And I don't know, I thought it was going to be so much better than it was, and I was just a little disappointed with how it turned out. So that's all I've read today so far. It was like 172 pages that I read today, and I still have some other stuff I need to do today, reading wise, but I've been fighting a headache off and on all day, and obviously you guys will have seen the total. That includes stuff from yesterday, because I did listen to more of my audiobook last night, and I did a lot of reading yesterday, and as I have been with this past week. So the next book that I'm going to be working on is I'm going to start A Torch Against the Night by Sabaa Tahir, and also starting Beautiful Chaos by Garcia and Margaret Stohl, because those are the other 2 books that I need to get through for this week, I believe. And then there's also the audiobook for Gone Girl that I'm still trucking through. I am still waiting on the audiobook for We Are Okay by Nina LaCour. I don't know if it's going to come in by the end of the week. I really highly doubt it, because I'm like the second person to rent it out. Like, I'm in the number 2 spot at this point, so which means that I would be able to get it next, but I don't know when I'm going to get it, if at all, before the end of Cramathon. So we shall see. But if I get through 6 out of the 7 books this week, that'd be really great, because, you know, that's something, the We Are Okay audiobook is something I can't control, because I'm currently on hold for it, and it was already going to be my Pride book for the month of June, and so I kind of just incorporated it in the TBR, because it was going to be an LGBTQ+Own voices book that I was going to already read in the first place, but I just can't control of when somebody has to return the book so that I can get it. Okay guys, so it is currently after midnight at this point, and as you guys can tell, you can't see me because I'm currently laying in bed, but legitimately I have listened to over 6 hours of Gone Girl just tonight, because like I said earlier, finished Flame in the Mist and immediately just kept listening to Gone Girl for the entire rest of the night. And I gotta say, I'm almost, like, got like probably the last third of the book left. And I am absolutely shook, because the second part of this book really just, oh my gosh, it throws you for such a loop, because in comes like this huge plot twist the biggest plot twist I think I've ever had. I actually went out and freaked out to my parents, because my parents had seen the movie for Gone Girl with Ben Affleck, I think, playing Nick. And my mom had said that basically the story, just watching the movie itself without having read the book, the movie shocked them both tremendously. Like, my parents were really shaken up about it for like 3 days after watching the movie. And oh my god, the book, I'm really, really enjoying the audiobook, to be honest. There is some pacing problems for me. It just gets very slow in some parts, but at this point in time, I'm really, really shook with how this plot twist is, and I'm not sure how it's going to continue because now it's kind of getting into the wire of trying to get Nick to like prove he's innocent and all this stuff, and so he's going at it at different angles, and so it's just kind of like we're in a bit of a lull period at the moment because there's a lot of stuff that has to build up, but I think that we've hit like this, when you go from the first part to the second part of the book, you hit a climax of sorts, and you start to see how things have kind of transpired over the course of time, from a different angle, different perspective. So anyway, I wanted to give some quick thoughts on that, and my last 6-hour binge of the audiobook. Holy crap, it's freaking nuts. But I'm so shook, but I need to go to sleep because I've reached my goal for today. I actually listened to 6 hours of it because I was behind a little bit on my reading schedule, so I was like, you know what, I'll listen to the audiobook instead, so I'm not up until 6 in the morning, and, so yeah, so I'm going to go to sleep now. I think tomorrow I'm going to try my hardest to get through 200 pages of A Torch Against the Night and In Beautiful Chaos as well, because I am a little behind on those because I'm trying to read 5 books at the same time, and it's not fun. Still have not gotten anything about We Are Okay as of tonight, but I am the first person on the hold list at this moment, so I am basically just waiting to get that back. Whether or not it's going to be this week or not, we shall see, but, you know, well, I really don't know what else to go with that, but that one's only a 5-hour audiobook, so that one should be fairly quick if I really invest my time well into it. So anyway, that's it for me tonight. I will talk to all of you guys hopefully sometime tomorrow evening. Hello everyone, it is after 6, probably almost 7 in the evening at this point, and as you guys can tell, I've just showered, so today's been a very weird day. I haven't really been able to do much reading, mostly because, like, it's not exactly been a bad day. I've just been really tired all day, and I didn't really want to do much reading for some reason today. I just wasn't feeling it, and but I tried to make a little bit of progress with A Torch Against the Night. I haven't started Beautiful Chaos yet, and I need to. I also have so much that I have to do, but what I think I've decided is that I'm going to hold off on the reviews for all the books I'm doing for Cramathon until after Cramathon is done, so that way it just becomes easier, because I'm feeling like I'm getting a little burnt out, not exactly, but, you know, I'm kind of getting to that point, because I was supposed to record the fifth wave video yesterday, but I didn't, and I'm supposed to record it tonight, and I really don't want to. I am not in the right mindset, I think, to film and to review the book exactly the way I want to, so I'm gonna hold off on that and the rest of the books that I have for Cramathon, all those reviews, until beginning of next week, basically. I think, like, by maybe the end of next week, they'll all be up. I don't quite know exactly, but I'm going to hold off on those reviews until then, and I still do not have We Are Okay. It's still not been sent to me, so I really do not know if I'm going to have it before the end of Cramathon, but I wanted to give you guys a quick update with how the day has been. I think what I'm going to do today is I am going to continue from where I left off in A Torch Against the Night, and I'm gonna get to page 200 and then get to page 200 of Beautiful Chaos, hopefully before I go to bed tonight, and then I'll listen to some of Gone Girl before I go to bed. I don't know if I'm gonna get to the goal that I have for myself for every day, but that's fine. I might spend a lot of the day tomorrow listening to it, depending on, you know, what's going on at the house I have to go to, because today, part of the reason today was kind of a really tired day is because the girl I babysit really didn't want to do much. It was really hot outside today, so she didn't really want to end up doing much today. She basically, for the last like 2 hours I was there, she went up to her room and played with her toys all by herself, so I was just stuck downstairs, and I should have been reading in that time, but like I said, I wasn't really motivated, so I just scrolled on my phone a lot. Watched a couple YouTube videos that I had missed that I had actually wanted to watch because they were actually kind of important videos, at least for the people that created them. So yeah, anyway, so I am still kind of tired. I've still got a bit of a lingering headache from yesterday, but I think that, you know, as the day goes on, it's gotten better, and it is kind of gone now, but I can still kind of feel something trying to come through right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit with my iPad and go through more of A Torch Against the Night while sitting in the living room, because I have the ebook copy off of Overdrive through my public library on my iPad, and I have the physical copy of Beautiful Chaos. So I don't know what else is going on tonight. I don't think there is anything, because I mean I took a shower and got straight into pajamas, so I'm not leaving the house for the rest of the day. Tomorrow's going to be kind of weird though, because after I get back, I'm gonna be hanging out at the house for most of the evening, but then Robert, because Robert's in work until about 11, and then I'm going to stay the night at his house tomorrow night. So I don't know though if he's gonna end up having to work over or not, and that's always dependent on like the day. Like literally, he will not know until he will not know if he has to work overtime until like when he's at work that day. So it's all kinds of crazy. He had to work late last night, so he's pretty tired today, and so I haven't really talked to him except for when he got up today and then when he was heading to work. So hopefully he doesn't have to work over on Friday so that I can just go over and stay the night and not have to worry about it. I hope, though, that tomorrow I should be able to get not all my books done. I think I'm going to get Gone Girl done, I think, tomorrow. And then I think the rest of the weekend is going to be dedicated to A Torch Against the Night, Beautiful Chaos, and hopefully We Are Okay, if at all possible. I really, really hope it comes in before the end of the weekend. If at the very latest on Sunday, because I could still get through it on Sunday. It's a 5.5 hour audiobook. I should be able to get it done in one day. Hi guys, it is now Saturday, currently 11:38 in the morning, and I didn't film it all yesterday because yesterday ended up being kind of crazy after I got done babysitting. I ended up getting out like half an hour early basically, and my mom and sister decided they wanted to go see Incredibles 2 at about 6:05, so I went, and oh my god, it was freaking great. I think I loved the sequel about as much, if not more, than the first movie. It was so good. I was really impressed. But so we went to go see that, and then afterwards I had to wait till Robert got home from work, and I went to stay the night at his house. And yesterday I was kind of in a cranky mood all day, so I didn't really do much reading. I did a little bit, but not really a whole heck of a lot. I got through like the first 100 or so pages of A Torch Against the Night, and I was going to read more when I got to Robert's, but I was so exhausted from the week that I just fell right asleep when I got there. And so today I'm back home. I just got back home a few minutes ago. I'm currently waiting on my cousin to show up because my cousin's open houses is today, and they don't have enough forks, and we have a bunch of them left over from Tori's, so she's coming to pick those up. I have 2 onlines I have to do today, and then basically I have to get some other stuff done. I'm going to be recording the voiceless cover that goes up obviously today. You guys will have seen it hopefully already, and so I'm gonna get that done. I gotta get cleaned up for the open house and do myself up. Hi guys, so I don't know how well you can see me, but I'm right here. Hello. So today I ended up listening to 1 hour and 48 minutes of Gone Girl, and that's really all I've gotten to do today. Hi guys, so it is Sunday, and I totally did not realize that, Cramathon was still going to be going on Sunday. I honestly thought it was getting over on Saturday, and that was it. So please excuse my a little bit messy makeup, but earlier today I went to a gender reveal party for one of my cousins that I've grown up with my entire life, and we found out she's having a little boy, and I'm so excited. I thought it was going to be a girl, but it ended up being a little boy, and it was so great. I had a good time. I was there. I had to leave here at like 12:30, and I was there from 1 to about 3:30-ish, and then I had to go pick up pizza for my parents because my younger sister had a tournament all weekend this weekend. So they lost both their games today, basically ended up placing 4th out of 8th at this tournament, and they ordered pizza on the way home, so I went and picked it up for them and I brought it home. So I'm still all dolled up from today. Basically what I've got on is this absolute cute little jumpsuit, one-piece outfit that I got at Meijer, and I love it. This is the first time I've worn it, and I just bought it a few weeks ago, and this is the first time I've worn it, and I absolutely love it. It's been like almost 100 degrees here today, but this has actually been really nice. Like, despite it being black, it's like really breathable, so I haven't really been sweating that much, and I've been in the shade a lot of the day today, so that was nice. But yeah, so today what I do plan on doing is I had to finish 3 onlines today. for work. I am going to edit my cover for Voiceless, which will be going out at some point today. You guys will have probably already seen it. And then I think I'm going to spend the rest of the night reading more of A Torch Against the Night, because I still want to finish that. I want to finish that tonight, because I have like less than 300 pages, or maybe just over 300 pages, but I can get it done tonight basically if I really push myself to it, and I do, because I would like to have 4 books done instead of 3.